Yo, yo, yo. What is going on, everybody? This is Scrampunks episode 84. There's a lot of good things to talk about today. A lot of Xbox news. PlayStation is with us some PlayStation news. And there's some Stadia news. Not much, but there's some. And we will talk about that. But first off, before I get to the regular panel, MM2K and Devin and Snow Bunny and Sue, let me introduce a special guest, the newest member of PNTS Network, my main man, Project Storm. What's going on with you, brother?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? Just very excited, man. I used to lurk in the chat. You know what I mean? I know the chat. Shout out to the chat already, man, because the chat can be ruthless sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I just lurk around every now and then. I didn't know how the chat would feel, how you guys would feel about a person that plays Stadia. You know what I mean? I know y'all get monster heat. I play Stadia. Hey,
tell me that, man. There's only one Stadia.
Hey, check it out. I play everything, man, from PC on down. Stadia, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I'm gonna keep it short right there, man. I'm just happy to be here. Very excited to join a cast that I already respected from the get-go. You know what I'm saying?
I know my fucking wife ain't vacuuming.
Oh shit!
I know she ain't
not
vacuuming.
again.
Oh man, you know what?
That's
Let
the
me go ahead.
we just
We
talking
can't
about
hear
that
it.
before the show.
We can't hear it. It's not that loud.
Y'all can't hear it. Okay,
you
y'all
can't even hear it. You can't.
Okay,
even hear it.
good. I know last time you could hear that shit. Okay, so like before I introduce the rest of the panel, let me say what's up to people in the chat. Warning shots. The Dark Lord Fusion. What's up, y'all? Ninja Greatness Awaits. Oh, it must be a pony with the Greatness Awaits in his name. Anthony Chipmunk just showed up. Shay Capo, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? I know you're a pony, but I appreciate you being here. Sean Su, I'll be butchering people's names. Sean Su, what's up, bro? Everybody, Geekhead 188, King Reaper, the real Coolio. Oh shit.
We tried this before the show.
What up, Johan, bro?
The real Coolito. What's up, bro?
You call him Gangsta Paradise Coolio? Hell, you call that?
Oh shit!
You call that motherfucker?
Coolito. Shit. Coolito. Johansson, what's up, bro? But I'm sorry, man. But anyway, Moss, what's up with you, man?
Nothing, man. Hey, look, man, you gotta let the wife vacuum, bro. We was just talking about this before we went live, man. Happy wife, happy life, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't give her no heat. We don't want her pulling the cord out of the show, and you know what I'm saying.
Man, she be sitting her ass at home all day. Now she want to wait till 9:00 p.m. to vacuum.
That's not a coincidence, brother. That's not a coincidence. Trust me. But no, man, just chilling, man. Just loving gaming right now. I'm excited to see what everybody got coming forth. This is go time for Xbox, the July time. You know what I'm saying? That we got PlayStation going possibly back it up, and then we got Stadia too. That's what I said it. We got Stadia dropping. You know what I'm saying? Storm on the 14th. We got Stadia coming. It's just a great time to be a gamer, man.
Big times right there. Big time.
You missed your pill session today, Moss?
What's that? I'm sorry, Mr. Devil. Was that sir?
You miss your meds today?
Did I miss my meds? Maybe so. I probably did. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know.
You sounded a little aggressive there, man.
Yeah, very aggressive.
He's getting in the pulpit there and being the preacher man again.
Yes, sir. Great time for gaming now.
Snow Bunny, what's going on with you, baby?
Not a damn thing. I've just been playing video games. I'm having some housework I'm working on getting some housework done. I mean, like remodels on the house. And I've just been chilling. I was planning on doing quite a few things, but I had an emergency repair on my house that needs to be done, so I have to put everything on pause. But right now I'm working on that. I'm trying to get that done. I kind of splurged and pre-order a ton of games, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I kind of splurged.
Oh, shit.
It's
I'm
okay.
telling your mama.
She'll be happy because
that's what I'm saying. She gonna play some of them with her. She gonna play
probably, yeah. I mean, my mom right now has I think she has like 200, almost 250 hours in Animal Crossing.
Damn.
Yeah, she's enjoying it. She's in it right now, actually, because we both got home super late from work. So she's like, "Damn it, I won't have a lot of time to play."
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Devin, brother, what's going on with you?
Not much, man. I've been playing games all over the place, man. I finished The Last of Us a couple days ago. I play Xbox every day. Still playing Rainbow Six on PC all the time. So if anybody plays Rainbow Six, hit me up. I got it on all consoles. But man, I put out a video today, and yeah, I'm just hanging out, man.
Okay, sound good to me.
And
Last
then we have. You want to grab this super chat real quick, or you want to finish up with everything?
Yo, fuck Tsunami. Get the super chat.
Yeah, he's a superstar.
And we have Geekhead188 with the $4.99. Thank you for the $4.99, Geekhead. On July 23rd, the PlayStation fanboys with no pain at Akatsuki Assemble.
Oh, Geekhead
Is
188. Thank you,
that
bro.
a Naruto reference? There was no pain.
I don't know. Thanks, bro.
I think it is.
I think it
Appreciate
is.
All right, is that Tsunami?
Oh, and
Brother.
Susan,
I was just joking. You weren't supposed to really forget him. God damn.
What's going on, bro?
You know what? Never mind. You need to introduce me. I'll talk.
Oh, bro, don't be like that. bro.
I'll talk my shit. It's okay.
No, don't
Already,
be like
I was already eating Moss chicken legs in the DMs.
This dude is
Barbecue
crazy,
chicken.
man. I love my brother, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it be. Bro. I love my brother. I love my brothers, man. Love my brothers.
But now
Hey.
I'm just waiting for these these games to drop, all this news, all these shows. Like I've just been looking at different YouTube videos and leaks and theories and Twitter posts and articles, a lot of reading. Like I'm just over all of this. Like E3 to just come back. I'm tired of it.
Facts.
Right.
God
agree
damn,
with
bruh. Woo!
I agree with you now. Hey, Snow Bunny Shay said, Snow Bunny got money like that. I need a sugar mama for his PS5. Damn, Snow Bunny.
Damn.
you shit out of luck.
Yeah, you better talk to the Almighty first. You better talk to the Shake.
You shit out of luck. If you can't afford your own gaming habit, okay, you have to be able to afford your own gaming habit to get with me, okay? Because my gaming habit too big for me to share with anybody.
Oh man. They don't got game share. They don't got game share on the Switch.
Nope.
Oh, damn, it's tight.
Oh man. And you got to pay full price games. Oh man.
Yeah, so
Well, I mean, it's looking like a couple things next gen got me questioning some things. So,
are you talking about that $70 price tag? Is that what you're talking about?
oh no, I'm saying there's been rumors going around. Like I was watching a guy this morning. There was a rumor going around about how the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X might be super cheap. And my thing is, if they are super cheap and games are going up to 70, do you guys think that PlayStation and Xbox might be pulling a Nintendo and that's in your first party games will never go on fucking sale like Nintendo's is?
Well,
Xbox games go to Game Pass. So
Yeah, we have Game Pass.
I don't worry about that.
But I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
But
you
I
might
do-
have a point there, though.
Yeah, but I do think like I saw the video of the guy. He's talking about $299.
He's talking about Tim Chong, man. He don't know shit.
Yeah, that's
No, but I'm talking about besides him, there's other people who are saying that
Well, he
it
got it
might
from other
be
people.
cheaper than
Yeah.
what we anticipate. But the thing is if it's going cheaper than what it is to make the consoles, they're gonna have to make their money back somehow.
Yeah, the games are gonna go. Are you saying
Yeah,
that
or
it might go back to the 90s?
I mean, hell, we had now already. Shit.
He's talking about like it's difference between losing $20, $30, $50. He's talking about $150 less than the cost for the perks.
Who said that? Who was saying this?
Yeah, what is it? What's his name?
Chong
Chong.
Chong. He
Yeah,
said that. But like I said, there's a couple people who are saying that it might go lower than what the cost is.
Well, he was talking about he was saying that he saw that somewhere else, so he was talking on it. I don't know if he came up with that on his own, but like you're talking about $299 for a PS5. I said, yeah, I don't know.
Look,
About
let me
all
tell you
that.
something. Let me tell y'all
See
something.
that happening though.
Before a showcase, there has never been, and I'm one as well, but there's never been a YouTuber that's been right. You know what I'm saying? Like, except for the last Xbox showcase when the real Maslin was right about everything. That was the only YouTuber that was right. Don't listen to these YouTubers because they're gonna sing out. They're gonna get y'all expectations all out of whack, and they're going to mess with your head, man. I ain't going that far.
Like, I mean, I do give some kind of credence to if games are legit going to be $70, then possibly have more room for subsidy. But $150 off your price your price for just the parts.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
All right, so let's go ahead and start the show. I mean, that was a pretty good, quick discussion.
11 minutes, yeah, that was great.
So, since we do show on Wednesday, we miss. I mean, like there's some news that might happen right after our show or before our show. So sometimes there's some news that might be kind of old, but we haven't talked about it yet on this show. So we bring it up. Hold on, let me get this right quick. Max City Entertainment with $2. You guys, nobody.
Yep, got it.
Got it.
Thank you for the $2. 2K21 can kiss my ass. They greedy.
We'll get into the show. That's one of the topics, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we definitely.
I feel a way about that. I did a video on that. I feel a way about that.
Yeah, I think we kind of agree, Moss, how we feel about it. You know what? I was about to talk about the WB rumor, but let's just get this out the way since we're already talking about it. So nobody brought it up. So next gen games. Well, let me be more specific. NBA 2K21. They have 3 different versions. They have the current gen version that's $60. They have the next gen version that's $69.99. Now listen, and they also have the Kobe version, the special edition that comes with. Well, I'm about to go back over this shit again because we was arguing about this. But we'll say they have another version. They have 4 different versions, I should say. So the next gen version is $69.99. And before we go all the way with this topic, can you get that for me, baby?
Yep, Geekhead 188 with the $4.99. Thank you for the $4.99. If y'all really think next gen will be cheap, y'all actually clapped in the head.
Damn,
I agree, Geekhead. Hey, but let me say this before we go to the panel. Before I go to the panel, I'm gonna say this. I did a video when this news first dropped. I think it was last Thursday or something. Or maybe I don't know what day it dropped, but I did a video. Now I'm going to tell you guys my opinion. This is my opinion. I'm okay with games going up $10. Next gen games. Not all games are going to go up. I'm talking about the next gen big AAA games.
Yeah,
I'm okay with those games going up. So I did a video about it, and I swear on everything, I lost like 8 subs. I was like, damn. I was like, damn, for real.
Yeah,
I did get them back.
I can tell you why.
I got the subs back, but I was like, holy shit, just because of my opinion about that. But so Monster, like, I'm gonna get to you, but my opinion, this is just my opinion. I feel that I think microtransactions is something that was invented. Of course, these companies are greedy. Of course, these companies are hungry. They're businesses. That's what their goal is, to make as much money as possible. And I always say, with microtransactions, if somebody want to get some cosmetic microtransactions, what do I care? Right? What do I care? As long as they're not paid to win, I don't care about microtransactions. That's just me. The game's going up. Now, here's the analogy. People want a Mercedes-Benz, but they want to spend $170. They want these AAA games. Games 5 years in development. These games are 30 hours long now. They want mocap. They want this. They want that, but don't want to pay for it. They're going to get their money somehow, y'all. Yeah. Moss, go ahead, man. I got some more thoughts on it, but go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I know. No, we're in the same vein, man. And you got to cut me off. You know how I get. But this is the thing. I always try to bring the business side of it. It's just simple business economics, y'all. We can sit there and say, these businesses are greedy. These businesses are greedy. Duh. If you're a business, especially a Fortune 500 business, you have to be greedy. The stock market dictates that not only do you compete with your competitors, but you got to compete with yourself. I got to do better than what I did last year this same time. So that's the way the market is. If you don't like it, don't buy a game made by a Fortune 500 company, period, because they have to be greedy. It's the way the market is, for one. For two, I'm okay with games going up $10, AAA games, because like how Amy Henning said, the cost of development and to employ these people, I, as someone that has managed and had to pick up people and have to deal with FICA taxes and unemployment and stuff like that, stuff that y'all don't even think about on the surface, on why they gotta they gotta contract 300 people in China to help develop this game. That stuff, those costs build up and make games even more expensive. You know what I'm saying? So we're in an era now to where if you sell 10 million copies of a AAA game, you might just break even. We've heard multiple companies like Crystal Dynamics and whomever say, "Oh, in order for us to break even, we got to sell 7 million, 8 million." We should never live in an era like that. Never. Why? Because if we live in an era like that where they got to sell so much, then you're going to get nothing but more microtransactions and empty games. So you got to get what you pay for, like Dirt said. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, the reason why I don't mind paying $10 is kind of like a back loop to what I just said. Look at the games this generation. I mean, even though people may like God of War, people may have liked Gears, people may have liked Last of Us or whatever, I'm willing to bet my right arm that everybody on this panel and most of you out there feel like the games last gen were more innovative and maybe even better than the games this gen. You know what I'm saying? As far as what they were bringing forth, how they were changing the dynamic. You don't have good games. You got all these games as a service, empty games, the Ghost Recon Breakpoints, your Fallout 76s, even though I think they're the shit. But you get those games because, again, in order for a lot of these companies to break even, they got to sell 10 million copies. They know they're not all selling 10 million copies. Right. So what do? They make empty games and they load them with microtransactions. I'm going to shut up and say this. You get what you pay for. Y'all got to understand this is a business, not a soup kitchen. And if you want great games, then they got to go up a little bit with cross inflation. $70 isn't too much to me.
And also, I feel like they've scaled down like a lot of games come out and they don't necessarily, push, the graphics or, they don't push the boundaries of what it can be. They come out with what they can do in this amount of time. So if they said we need to, make this game in 3 years, things are going to be, cut, or, it's not going to be as polished, or it might be rushed. So you get a lot of these games that are, visually not as stunning. You get a lot of games that might be visually stunning, but they're broken. Or you have these games that are both they look good, but they're empty. And it's partially because they didn't have the money to make it what they wanted to be. So, they had to, put it out in a shorter, time frame than they wanted to. So it's possible that if it's $7 now, that they'll have this extra money. But then I feel like, again, they're going to push the limit to that, where it's back to, we put more money into it, but now we want to do this thing. So now we're back to where we are.
Hey, like before I go to Project Storm about this topic, let me say one more quick thing. What was that? Maybe a month ago, Sean Layden. Like, what did he say?
Fewer bigger games or something. Or no?
It doesn't matter what he said.
Calm down, Devin. He's not at PlayStation anymore.
I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he said no. But listen, he said something.
Games cost.
I'm paraphrasing. He said, "Why make a 5-year game with a massive budget?" And the game is 30, 40 hours, why not make a 3-year game that's maybe 15, 16 hours? And the budget is much less. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he's saying. The longer the game takes, the more the budget is going to be, right? It's obvious. You can't pay devs, you know what, it's a 5-year game, but we're going to pay the devs for 3 years. No, they want their money the whole 5 years.
Their salary, most of the time.
Their salary. Yeah. So I understand exactly what he was saying. Now, this guy was the head of PlayStation for years. Now he's obviously saying this after he's left PlayStation, but I think
when he was with PlayStation, he said there are going to be fewer bigger games.
Yeah, fewer bigger games.
So
these games are expensive.
He still wanted to lower the budget of the games that they were making when he was there, and the way to do it is to make them shorter and make the development time less. So there's kind of a way to do both, and I'm just hoping that if games are going to be 70, they're going to give us the same effort and not give us those 15-hour games, that took 3 years to make and still charge us 70.
Good
Even
point.
to 70, I want my whole
Good
money
point.
worth.
Like one more quick thing before I go to you, Project Storm. Joe Hansel said the goal is to make more money. Of course, you have to be a bit greedy. Let me tell you something. If I had Dirk Griggity's Pizzeria, right? Dirk Griggity's Pizzeria, and I'm giving away free pizza all the time. How long you think I'm gonna last in that bitch? You know what I'm saying? Dirk
You're
Griggity's
not.
Pizzeria, you can come and get 13-cent slices all week. What? I ain't gonna make no money like that. So why? You have to be a bit greedy. Now, at the same time, have great customer service, but you have to be a bit greedy to maintain. Like you have investors, you have these employees have families that you have to be a bit greedy, especially when you're a Fortune 500 company, like Moss is saying. So, y'all, let's just think about it. We love our favorite hobby is gaming. Now, I'm not saying to take everything they're trying to throw at us, but this is our favorite hobby. If you can't afford the extra $10, that's unfortunate. But a guy like me, I'm going to go up to $70. I mean, I don't see a big deal with it. But let me get Project Storm opinion about this whole situation, man. So what you think about this, Storm?
Yo, first of all, Sue hit it on the head. You know what I mean? When he said that, pretty much, as long as I saw in the chat, Anthony Chipmunk said Bug Snacks is worth 85 or something like that. Bug Snack, hey, it might be a good game, right? But they haven't proven it yet. So my thing is, as long as everybody don't try to jump out there and get their 70 or whatever, I guess I'm cool with it. I'm looking forward to stuff like these subscription-based services like Game Pass being able to provide a lot of games that could save me some dough in my pockets, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what I'm thinking about. But you all hit it on the head already. I mean, as long as they're putting the work in, because I'm thinking about a game like Last of Us 2, no multiplayer. They still had to put all that work in. So were they really cutting corners, so to speak? You know what I'm saying? Because there's no multiplayer to worry about. So now let's give them a longer campaign. I don't want to be getting overcharged for, for less work or the same equivalent amount of work. But at the same time, the industry evolves and the prices must go up. I get that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
That's how I see it also. I mean, prices go up. The fact that we haven't had price increases in a while.
Since the 360 generation. That was 2005.
Exactly.
Bunny, that's what I was gonna say, Bunny. Like, we've been paying the same price. And if you think about it, back then, 15 years ago, that felt more like 70 anyway. Because inflation and things like that, everything has gone up. Prices have gone up for literally everything that we buy 15 years ago. So they're kind of just more so readjusting the market as far as what they expect to make off of, what they're spending to make it.
I mean, like at my company, I've been on my job for like 15 years. And people come into our office thinking that the items are the same prices as what it was 15 years ago. Right. And we're like, we can't do this for this price because the cost of materials have gone up. I mean, yeah, you're using a computer base and everything to make the games, but all those new processors, you want faster. My thing is you want faster, you want better looking graphics, you want better looking games, you want 60 frames per second. Guess what? You're going to have to pay the money for it.
Right. Hey, Snowbike, let me say this. I put this tweet out the other day, like when this news first broke. And I had this picture in my phone for a long time because I was going to do a video about these, like the prices of how games used to be. Now, people say, Derek, those games are so expensive because they were cartridge format. Of course, right? No shit. I understand the cartridge format was much more expensive. But at the same time, these are like 50-minute games, right? Look at the prices of WWE, Raw.
I mean, even with the cartridge-based games, you gotta look at it now. The Switch is a cartridge-based system. Yeah. We went back to cartridges, even though cartridges are still more expensive.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the only thing that I would say that I do feel like shouldn't be the same is digital and physical shouldn't be the same price.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
That's not changing.
Yeah, but that ain't changing either.
No. That's one thing I've always said. They want you to embrace the digital culture, but they need to have a reality check.
The only people that do is fucking PC. PC, they get digital prices. And
but their
that's why a
games
lot
are
of their
already
stuff
usually cheaper.
what
I
I'm
agree
saying,
with
they're
you.
cheaper,
I
but
agree
you,
with you on
back
that.
in the day when you could buy them physical, I mean, you can still buy something physical, but people used to buy games physical back in the day. But when Steam came out and the convenience of digital came out, they had to combat, the prices of, everything else. So they ended up being cheaper.
Hey, y'all,
I'm
look at this.
sorry about my cat, but
Okay.
yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing. Like you don't want to embrace it, but they want us to embrace the digital culture. But the thing is there's a ton of people like me. Why the hell am I going to pay the same price digital for that I could pay the same price physical for? If they
There's
lowered
Exactly.
the price like $10 to $15 on digital, people would take off with digital. Physical is dead.
Everybody would be buying it at that point.
yeah, but there's a reason why, and it's important to understand this reason because there's a reason why that digital and physical have to be the same, at least right now. The reason is because first and foremost, did the when you have a brick and mortar, everybody mistakenly thinks a GameStop and they say, oh well, screw physical, but it's not. Like still around 56 to 60% of console gamers prefer physical. Don't let that 83-17 bullcrap fool you. The 83 digital 17% physical ratio is based upon PC gamers and mobile gamers too. When you take them out, the average is around 56 to 60% still prefer physical. Now, where are most of those physical copies coming from? They're coming from like Amazon and Walmart. So Amazon, you can't sell a digital, let's just say at $49.99. And the best deal Amazon is going to get is maybe $55.99 because Amazon is going to say, you're undercutting us. We're not selling your shit. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to sell it.
I got you.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I can remember this with on my 3DS. Some games that came out that were like third party games, they were automatically $10 cheaper digital on the 3DS versus them physical if you bought the physical version of them. Right now, Walmart, you know what Walmart's doing? Walmart is selling physical games $10 cheaper, but if you go in there to get a digital code, the digital code is full price.
And that's almost like how it was with movies. Like movies back, back when they first went digital, they used to package them with every, physical one. So you got both. So like that was a value.
I remember that.
But people can like sell those DVDs and still keep the digital, whereas in the games that wouldn't fly in the gaming industry, and the fact that with collectors they wanted the physical copy, so having a digital kind of was like an afterthought. But now that's the preferred way to go. Now that if it's preferred, based on convenience, they say, okay, we can make it the same price because there's going to be half the people that only want a physical and half people that only want a digital. So we're not losing anybody by doing both the same price.
Yeah. What you think, Devin?
I agree with Bunny. I think the game should be at least a little bit cheaper. If anything, $5 cheaper digital, just to embrace the market more. And I think it would get more people to start buying digital if it was a little bit lower. Because like if they're the same price, then you're not going to turn anybody. Like if they want physical and it's the same price, they're going to go physical no matter what. If it's the same price, if it was a little bit cheaper, you might be able to turn some heads because saving money. Everybody wants to save money.
Yeah. But here's the thing: I think so many people are starting to turn digital that they don't feel they have to. How many of us are still mainly physical? I mean, yeah. How many people right now are still mainly physical?
All digital.
No, I'm talking about right now, like in here.
I only go digital. I only go digital if I can't get the game physical.
All right,
so I'm mostly physical because I refuse to spend $59 for a damn physical. I mean, a digital game when I could pay $59 for damn physical.
It depends on the device, honestly. On Xbox, I'm all digital. PlayStation, I'm majority digital, but I still buy physical. And Nintendo, I'm all physical.
Yeah, I'm all digital, but the thing is that the console market thinks more like Bunny. You know what I'm saying? Overwhelmingly. And then that's the problem. If you drop that price of that digital, Amazon's like, oh, you cutting us too much. We just selling digital codes, or we're just selling your cards. We're not selling your games. And
Well,
then they
here's
lose
the
a big
part.
chunk of that 56% market.
PlayStation took away all their digital purchases from
Yeah.
stores. So
Mhm.
that's a part of it. Like if you want a PlayStation game digital, you have to go through us. So
Yeah.
like that's basically saying if you went all digital, a lot
Yeah.
of people are going to be upset about PlayStation or as far as storefronts because they don't have digital options in their store.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
going to have the reverse effect of how they felt towards Xbox when Xbox said they were going DRM and they wanted these stores like GameStop thought, oh, they want to go digital, so for our business sake we need everybody to go physical still.
Mhm.
So this is gonna be the opposite when this GameStop employee is selling a digital console and they can't attach anything to it.
And see,
Yeah,
that's why I wait
that's
for these.
that.
Yo,
Yeah,
that's why I
that.
wait. I was gonna say real quick, Bunny. I was gonna say that's why I wait for those those sales and stuff, fall sale, summer sale. You know what I mean? Yo,
Yeah.
mama sale, whatever the hell they gonna drop. I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm there. I'm saving money. That's the thing, and that's the good thing about having all these platforms, y'all. So you can kind of like wait for a sale here and there, have a backlog of games. You know what I mean at your disposal, and then it's all good.
But yeah, I'm with y'all, man. I agree with y'all. Everything. I
Yeah,
agree.
typically digital games, I will like put on my wish list and wait till they go on sale before I purchase a digital game.
Hey, I know I told y'all this story before, but in 2017, NBA 2K was about to come out. I'm a big 2K guy for people that don't know. And I was sitting in my basement waiting for 12 midnight. Then I thought about it. I said, yo, 40-year-old ass, what the hell are you doing? I said, I'm about to buy this bitch digital right now. I'm not about to go stand in some damn line, because I can't wait to play 2K. And I downloaded the game at midnight. I was playing it. And I said, I'm going all digital from that point forward. I never bought another physical game for my PlayStation or my Xbox. And I think it's just, I do think maybe physical should be a little bit cheaper. But like Moss said, that's probably not going to happen right now. Maybe eventually. Maybe it will.
Digital being a little bit cheaper, Dirk.
That's what I'm. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Digital being a little bit cheaper, but I think eventually it will be cheaper. Eventually, like Game Pass, we have Game Pass right now anyway, so that's something that we could talk about. But anyway, y'all, anybody like more thoughts about this, so we can move on?
Now that you mentioned that, though.
Oh, go ahead, Devin. Now, because I got something else after you, real quick.
Yeah, because you were saying Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, I mean, obviously you got to pay for Game Pass too. But if you have Game Pass and then a game comes into Game Pass, you do get the digital buy cheaper if it's in Game Pass. Like when you buy a game that's in Game Pass already, you get a discount from Game Pass. So that's a thing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead.
I was gonna say it adds to that convenience factor. You know what I'm saying? Like of being able Dirk just gave a good example of why he switched. And I'm the same way. You know what I mean? Hey, sitting outside. I mean, like waiting in game lines and everything, like going to GameStop and all that stuff. And it was cool back in the day, man. Having a Halo party and all that stuff, man. Everybody playing football in the parking lot. All that stuff was cool, man. But now, just being able to download my game, throw it on an SSD, you know what I mean? For the load faster and all that good stuff. I mean, it's kind of shifting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then even just getting up to put a disc in and then taking down another disc in.
Yeah.
And then you have these new features coming out on the Xbox where, what is it called? Smart Resume or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can just like have different games just perked. You can't do that with a disc. So they're pushing us towards digital because one is more convenient, and two, we've already accepted the price can be the same. We haven't had enough outroar for it to be different. So
and the money goes straight to the companies.
They don't have to split it with any,
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, yo, Storm. See, the thing was that used to be fun. Those midnight launches. That was fun when I was in my 20s.
They gave you a little bit of swag sometimes. That was, cool.
I'm too damn old to be out there midnight.
I
I wouldn't be out there.
Gears 4 came out, man. I got a bunch of shit. I even got like Witcher 3 pins and shit. It was weird.
The last time I stopped going physical was when Best Buy stopped doing Gamers Club Unlocked. They used to give you, I think, was it 20% off of a game? So I think a brand new game costs like $46 or something like that. And then once they canceled that program, I said, well, I guess y'all made my decision for me.
Hey, yo, Deco said in the chat, he said Cyberpunk tweeted it was coming to Game Pass, but the tweet was deleted.
Hey,
it has been.
I
That
said
was a
this theory
topic.
many times
That was
before.
a topic. That was a topic. I was going to talk about the whole thing with they say some third-party games, some big third-party games coming to Game Pass shortly after it releases. Hey, Rulio 44. Hey, so I know some people might know, but Rulio 44, back when I used to work at GameStop part-time like years ago, he was my manager, my supervisor. So, and he said, I used to host some of those midnight launches. Good times back then. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun back then. And Rulio always tell the story with Halo 3 launch. You know, I'm the big black guy, so Rulio, you know, they had me at the door like, all right, like bouncer. Let these people have time. That's it. Man, that line was crazy. I never forget that Halo 3 launch. I know Rulio remember that Halo 3 launch. It was that, man, the line was around the corner, man.
Yo, it was Halo 1 for me, bro. Halo 1 with the pizza. They had pizza. They had free pizza in the store or whatever, right? Set up and check it out. So everybody outside was singing the theme song from Halo and all that stuff. Oh, it was Halo 2, my bad. Halo 2. Yeah, Halo 2, because Halo 1 had already dropped. So everybody was excited about Halo 2. You know what I mean? Man. So man, it was dope. It was dope.
Halo 2. All right, y'all. Now we're showing the age here, but Halo 2 blew me away. Not the campaign, the online. I think that might have been my first online game. Halo 2. Man, I would never forget that. Hey, Sue, man, that's some noise from your mic, bro. I don't know what it is, cuz.
And then we have Keith J with the $5. Thank you for the $5. What's good, Dirt? Today's my 30th birthday. I was just hopping in to get a shout out. Good show as always. Happy
Keith
birthday, Keith, and have a good one.
Hey, happy
birthday,
birthday, brother.
For real, Key.
Dirt's gonna send you a Chromecast Ultra and a stadia controller, good brother. Happy
No,
birthday.
fuck that.
Happy birthday, good brother.
He don't want that birthday gift, Moss.
Happy birthday, good brother.
Happy birthday, game.
We love you.
Birthday, brother.
Man, that was a long time ago for me. That was 13 years ago for my ass. Damn.
Man, Halo 2 was amazing, bro. That launch,
Yeah, man.
Those parties back then, bro. That was
Halo,
probably one
man.
of the biggest ones, man. Halo 2, man.
I don't know if Halo will ever get as big as it once was, but I really feel, maybe this is just my Xbox fanboydom, I really feel they're going to be able to capture. They're going to capture some of that audience back, and they might capture some additional folks. You know, some younger folks. Maybe if they're going to make their multiplayer free, which I don't know, but I just feel if it's done well enough, because there's people still play Halo 5, man. People still be on Halo 5 online.
I play Halo 5 for sure.
Yeah,
I was playing Halo 5 today. But they're bringing in the PC crowd too.
Yeah.
Z was trying to play Halo this week, trying to learn for his little tournament. But Z, you know, Z, oh, this is dog shit, you know, Z.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on. So Xbox Games Showcase. This was announced. Was it last Thursday? It was definitely after I'm sorry, Scrampunks podcast.
I'm about to say BGST.
Maybe one day, brother. Maybe one day, brother.
It was announced after Scrampunk podcast last week, and man, officially July 23rd, 12 noon for me on the East Coast, 9 a.m. Pacific time. So it's early in the morning. You get your ass up, it's gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna call it. I took that day off of work already. I can't wait. They're saying some things about the show. We heard rumors that the show is going to be great. Jeff Grubb came out today and said the initiative new game might not be there. How do you guys feel about that? And Moss, let me ask you, because I was going to do first for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know why either, but hey, it's for you, brother. It's
official, July 23rd. What does this show mean for Xbox?
Well, I saw a tweet right before. I saw it from Z, as a matter of fact, right before we went live. And Z was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. The initiative not being at the show was a bummer. It's an L. And then somebody followed up and they was like, no, don't forget there's an August show. And I was like, yeah, that is right. Sounds like there's gonna be an August show. That was you? No, you ain't. Well, you probably followed up too, but it was somebody. I saw the other person's tweet, but that's the thing. You got to think about it is that August, there's going to be another show too. They're breaking it up. They could have more information. Like they're playing chicken with PlayStation.
Mm-hmm. What I said was you'd have known what happened because Post Up actually dropped that news live on air on WBG.
Yeah, he did.
No, yeah, he probably did. I saw it. I saw it from another source though, and I was like, you know what? This might be this is going to be interesting. I prefer the E3 format, but I'm interested to see who's going to have the last uppercut here. So I think July it has to be a great show. But does the initiative have to be there? And is that their final hurrah? It sounds like no, because they're going to do something else in August too. I think it's important. Here's what one or two things are going to happen. I don't want to get too long-winded. One or two things are going to happen. They're either going to knock everyone's socks off and they're going to make people like me, the Phil haters, look stupid, or it's going to be lukewarm, maybe subpar, but they're going to do okay. You know what I'm saying? And if it's the latter, it's because of what I said last week. Xbox truly don't see PlayStation as their competition. They understand the time that they're in, that they gotta at least give the impression that they're trying to battle with them for sake of mind share. But as soon as they turn the corner where they can really hit the engines on their cloud gaming, they're done with PlayStation. They're done. So that's why I said I'm now of a different mind because I know how cloud gaming is working and I know what they're trying to do in it to where even if they don't have the best show this year, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think it's a possibility they're just trying to save enough face to deal with PlayStation because they're a little pesky for them right now. But as soon as they can hit that final gear and get in the cloud gaming they waited to want to, then I think you're going to start seeing a different Xbox. So it's interesting to me, but we'll see what happens in July and August.
All right. Hey, Storm, man. So what you think? Like, what is Xbox like? What do you think they need to do to shut people up, for lack of better terms, to shut everybody the hell up? What do they have to do?
I'm gonna tell you this: they got to deliver on those games that we know that they are working on. We know they're back there, in the lab with these titles, man. And and I think they're gonna come out with a big, like, a smorgasbord, if you want to call it that, man. Like they're gonna reign with these games that they got in the works. You know what I mean? And not sure if this is on the agenda, man, but they've been making moves already with all these, accusations. And all this acquisitions, I mean, not acquisitions. It's a lot of that going on too, but acquisitions,
right?
Big time moves, bro. Like, so if they keep doing that, if they put great emphasis on Game Pass, which I'm sure they will do, they're gonna roll out some sweet Game Pass and xCloud, type bundles and all that good stuff, man, to get people hyped. I think if they deliver on all those things that they've been working on, man, that they've been talking about. If they deliver on like the promises of a 4K 60 or 4K 120 and all that stuff, man, the list goes on and on and on. And I think that they're ready to do it. They're ready to do it, man. They're confident. I think they're confident. Phil said it after the Sony show that they're ready to make these moves, man. And it makes me hype. It gets me hype. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
So if I'm hyped, then I know you all are too. And if you all are hyped, then the chat is hyped. The chat is hyped. The rest of the damn world should be hyped because now's the time, man. I feel like Xbox gamers and one have been let down. Yeah. We all felt the sting, you know what I'm saying? But I think they're ready to bounce back and do big things, man. And hopefully they kick out that financing options for a brother like me, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Storm, I always say that, excuse me, guys like me, Tsunami, Devin, Sean, like Tim Dog, these diehard Xbox guys, I always say we deserve a good show. We deserve it, man. You know, we deserve it. And like my boy Rulio in the chat said, changing dimensions to game showcase. That was a big thing too. If they would name that shit Inside Xbox, I would have been like, oh man, come on, man. Don't name this shit Inside Xbox. They changed it to Xbox Game Showcase, which to me, hey man, that means they're trying to show what they have. But at the end of the day, they have to go out there. Not like people say they should show everything. At first, I was saying that, and I kind of want them to show everything. But at the same time, they show everything. Then the next show, they be like, oh, well, y'all showing the same games, you know. But I do want at this point, I think they have to show as much as they possibly can. They have to show as much as they possibly can. If the initiative game waits to August, okay, fine. Well, so be it. But not only do they need to show some new stuff, I think some of these games have to impress us. Like, I don't want the new Fable to go out there looking like no offense to Sea of Thieves because it's doing well, but I don't want it to look like Sea of Thieves. I want it to, be a more realistic looking game. I'm not saying it got to be Horizon Zero Dawn or nothing, but I want that type of quality out of Fable. We know Hellblade 2 is going to look great. I want to see some other games. So it's going to be a great time for us Xbox guys. And
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interject, but I just want to throw this out there. Mm-hmm. Again, I hope everybody understands. Again, I think Storm gets it. Xbox, don't be disappointed, y'all, if the show isn't gangbusters. Xbox is in a very not disappointing. They're in a very difficult situation. They're like in the middle. They're like 300 and they fighting everybody from every region. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They got to ward off everybody. And I'm telling you, they really want to leapfrog past PlayStation, but they can't because they got to get past the mindshare hurdle. So if Xbox says that they can get to a point to where they can get their games lined up.
I'm sorry, I was saying what's up.
No, that's what they can get their games lined up to at least look decent in comparison to PlayStation. Then I think that they're going to be at a happy medium. Which y'all got to understand is like Xbox purposely today put out this Xbox Wire talking about how they're letting game devs work from home, like how Stadia is. Then they talk about how they doing something better than PlayStation is. Then they talk about how they doing something better than Amazon is. They're fighting fronts everywhere. So what I'm basically trying to say is don't be surprised if we don't see the initiative game at all. Don't be surprised if you're like, well, I like that show, but damn, we really needed it to be better than Sony's, and it wasn't. I don't think that's their goal. I think their goal is to save face, keep people excited in 2020, and I think ultimately they're relying on Halo to be that shiznick. I know I brought that term out of the ethos, but as long as Halo is that shit, because it has the power to reach all types of gamers. Whether it's the casual, whatever. If as long as Halo has the power that they hope it has, you might not see Fable. You might not see Perfect Dark. But at least they're going to be positioned again to be where they want to be, which is, again, to compete in the cloud space. I just hope that the diehard Xbox people realize that in the back of their mind.
I think we are going to see Fable, though. I really do believe that. But I believe Halo is just like, it's going to be that game that's going to impress. I don't think people like, what is it, 2018, that first little gameplay engine they showed at the beginning, like the first game of 2018, that shit looked amazing. That shit looked amazing. And I just don't know if people really realize that this Halo, man, they got 1,200 people working on that shit. That's crazy. 500, 600 people, that's crazy, man. So I can't wait to see it, man. But Noof Nukem, what's up, bro? Noof, I gotta get you on here, man. Bro. Man, I'm gonna hit you up in the DM, man, so we can set up something. So Sue, man, what you think about, man, this show? I know I asked you on WBG, but some people here that don't listen to WBG. I don't know why, but they don't.
They missing out.
As far as the initiative, a couple things. The Twitter page is gone or down or whatever the case is. Mm-hmm. I heard rumors that they're changing their name. I don't know if it's to reflect the game they're making or something else, but I heard they might even be changing their name. And what else have I heard? I heard that it's going to be very Halo-centric. um, a lot of gameplay, and you know they're gonna show off. They're gonna show off new IPs. Don't expect anything with Warner Brothers, because even if they are in talks with Warner Brothers, it's not gonna be something that's gonna be done that quickly.
Yeah, like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no. So don't expect anything like that. But as far as what I expect, I mean, I still have my same expectations as far as what I thought. Them not having one game and them saving it for another month is not that bad because they're still going to show it. Um, that that leads me to believe that this game is big enough for them to say, "All right, well, if PlayStation does this, we got this for them." So
Sue, can I ask you a
that's
question though? Let me ask you a question.
yeah.
How would you feel if, let's just say, for instance, at least Perfect Dark wasn't there? How bad do you think that would be?
That's initiative. So I mean, I
Yeah.
don't feel any kind of way.
Or let's
I
just
wouldn't feel any
say,
kind of way one, but go
what
ahead.
do you think must be there though? And the only reason why I'm asking this ain't no trick question. The reason why I'm asking this is because again, I'm trying to help people understand that if a game that you thought was going to be there or two aren't there, it ain't the end of the world. Like it's not over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with
Well,
you.
you see what happened with PlayStation. You see what happened with PlayStation. They thought Batman was going to be there. They thought the Konami games was going to be there. A whole bunch of other stuff, and they showed two IPs that were brand new. Well, not brand new, but two next generation IPs, and people were happy with that. Like the Xbox is going to show more than two first party games. Then it's still gonna have a ton of third party games. I'm not even worried about as much the first party stuff that we know about it. I want to know about the stuff that the surprises
mhm.
that we had no idea about. That's the stuff I'm looking for. If they show us, this game, okay, I expected that game. It still gets credit, but I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, like over it. It's the other stuff that we don't know, the surprises, maybe the third party exclusives that they might have, or the acquisitions that were already made that they haven't announced yet, or something big that we don't know yet. That's the stuff I'm more into. Like Halo is going to be the biggest thing, but I'm not looking towards Halo the most because Halo's already like locked in.
Yeah.
So like I'm not. I don't know. I guess I'm more excited for the unknown than the known.
Yeah, hey Sue, if they show me what the system can do, I'm sold, man. I'm not that hard.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if they show me that 120 I can get that 120 hertz or the 120 FPS or whatever, man, I'm gonna be good. I don't care which games they show it. Like I'm that type of tech dude. So if they deliver on any of that and they come out here and they drop the gameplay, now we know that they're gonna drop gameplay. Why? Because of the reception of the first show.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So all they got to do is come out and show that. If they show me Senua from Hellblade 2 walking around or something, bro, I'm telling you, I'm hype. I'm done. So if they deliver
like she did on that first like reveal,
yeah, man, and that's what I'm saying. We know it's not gonna look that. Hey, look now, Ninja Theory. Now we know what these devs can do. So we know the game's gonna be beautiful. We know it's gonna run well. So the tech stuff gets me hype. I'm telling y'all, because I can see it being put together. I could see Phil had a confidence in one of those interviews where he talked about the fact that he felt that they had something, that he was confident about it at the Sony show or whatever. Like he had a certain confidence that some people might have overlooked. But I caught that, man. It's like he just really sat back. Like, we're gonna be good.
Yeah.
Hey, Phil was like, yeah,
we talked about that before. Yeah.
Phil was like, hey, yeah, I saw that damn show. It was alright. But our shit gonna be better. I was okay, Phil.
And then the last thing I want to see is I want to see how next generation consoles are gonna make games better. Like, show me why the Series X is superior. Like, show me the ray tracing. Show me the power. Explain, velocity architecture. Break it down. Tell me why you can't compare a PC to Xbox and how it's superior. Like, break it down to the average person for them to have this wow factor. Like, oh shit, maybe this is more than we thought.
Right.
We had no idea this is what they had under the hood. Like, I want to see the tech stuff behind it too.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see what games are coming.
Yeah. Oh, so I guess the cat do too. Huh?
Damn.
Yeah. She said yeah.
Right, that's exactly what I heard.
Yeah, like I want to see what the games are. Like I said, tech shit don't phase me. I
Yeah.
want to see if you're going to want me
mainly
to
because it's a new generation.
Oh yeah,
new
definitely.
generations or whatnot. I want to see what games are coming.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, then what's the point of even showing it on next generation hardware if
Right.
if the same games are going to be current gen? Like, I want to see why I need to invest in Xbox going forward, not in the games that are here currently. Like, cool, they're here, but I need to know why I'm spending $500.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Devin, but you got any thoughts on this before we let move on?
Not that I've been already brought up by the panel.
Oh, okay.
Damn it, Priscilla, get your ass over here.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on, man. There's some more stuff to talk about. Let me pull up my phone.
I did just read something though, Dirt. I guess a bunch of WB games are going on sale, are on sale right now too. So I don't know if that means anything, but usually, like, if games are going into a service, say like Game Pass or PS Now or Uplay Plus, what have you, stuff like that, games tend to go on sale. And I believe it's most of the games made by WB.
Well,
Now-
also I heard that AT&T's like investor meeting is the same day as the Xbox show. People were putting two and two together, like,
Yeah, I
what
also
if they
heard
held
that.
off so they can get it done? I was like, I don't know about all that.
Hey,
No.
I'm gonna say this like to some of my Xbox brothers. Sometimes I think we get so excited about certain things that we kind of cap a little bit too hard for it. Because I saw people that's kind of like that right there. I think that might be just a coincidence. I don't think that's something real. Because I remember I don't want to, like, that's why I haven't done a video about it yet. This is a topic because it is a rumor that's in the news right now. But I just don't want to.
Like this is not like
our hopes up too much.
It's not like reset era.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's difference between tempering your expectations and keeping expectations in check. You don't ask, for the impossible. Let's keep it in the real world. What real world expectations can I have, and real world expectations, do I expect? Not reaching for the moon, like real shit. So, like, would I be surprised by something like that? Hell yeah. But do I expect it? No.
Yeah, I can't expect them to do this, but I can't say they won't do it either. Because they could, and if they do, that'd be great. But I'm not saying that they are. It's not confirmed. You know what I mean?
I 100% believe there's interest there. I do believe that. I just don't know.
Yeah, they said it publicly.
Yeah. I just don't know if it's. I don't think it's something like. I mean, I guess it could be reality, but I guess it's something so big. I just don't want to get my hopes up. You know what I'm saying? So. Hey, Moss, is this shit possible? Because I think we did talk about this last week. Did we talk about this last week, Moss?
Well, it's definitely possible. I mean, they publicly came out and said they're interested in buying it, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Yeah,
it was possible that
the WB, Microsoft buying WB games.
I mean, it's possible, but I doubt that it would be that quick. Unless this was something that was worked on months ago and then it just broke out recently. Yeah, it's not gonna. I mean, the way the news trickled it.
Do that also, though, Moss. Like a lot of people are saying, like, deals get made like that, behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And then they.
I mean, most average only people that would know about this like Satya and like Phil and like a couple other people, like big top in Xbox Microsoft people would know about this. The average person not gonna know about this. So if it goes through like the mixer deal, nobody knew that was happening, but it was in the works for months.
Well, the way this was communicated, it worked a little bit differently. And if the way it was communicated is accurate, then I would say not so. The way it was communicated is that AT&T put out like a notice of intent. So when you put out a notice of intent, that's your official notification. Like, hey, we want to be bought. We want this division bought, and they're trying to do it between their before the end of their fiscal year. So they just would have let people know recently. So I mean, it's possible that whoever originally reported the news reported it wrong. But if the news is reported right, it's doubtful. But I mean, I'm not there. I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Because that could be a hype, like a thing to build hype. You know what I mean? Also like that.
Yo, speaking of hype,
as far as possible, it's definitely possible.
No, I was gonna say, speaking of hype, Freddie, the boy Freddie Fox in the chat, man, definitely got me hyped when he was talking about the PC act, like how Halo, the PC fans now get a chance to experience Halo, y'all. So now going back to the tech side, and Bunny, I know you said that you don't really care about the tech side, and that's what's up, and I appreciate that. And Microsoft needs to know, I mean, Xbox needs to know that there are gamers like you out there. But for the ones who really do want that next level tech and know that PC, like now the Series X could be finally be equivalent to a high-end gaming PC. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just have to throw the stuff out there, y'all, like to make you think now, because that will bridge that gap even more now.
Exactly.
They're all gonna have ray tracing, for example. So Microsoft can hype that up, y'all, right now and say, look, you don't have to worry about that. We can have cross-play with co-op, with PC, ray tracing, graphics and high levels, other all this technology stuff. Frame rates will be there, 60 FPS up to 120 at 1440.
Now, let me ask this one question.
Yeah.
The one thing, like one of the big things that branches between console and PC, and you notice for a fact yourself, with PC, a lot of PC players are hardwired because of lag input. So with like controllers and things being wireless, unless a person hard wires their controller, do you think with the crossplay, even though the Series X is classified, it can be classified as a high-end PC, do you think you're going to have that lag spike just because of the mouse keyboard thing?
Well, two things, Bunny. Xbox and PC have had crossplay for years. So as far as
I'm not talking about the crossplay. I understand that. Yeah, I'm talking about because a lot of console players don't like playing against PC players because of the lag input.
Yeah, but see,
it's not necessarily lag. It's about mouse and keyboard versus controller.
Yeah, controllers are wireless.
Even with Xbox,
controllers are wireless. That's what causes the lag input. Mouse, they're
not worried about lag. They're worried about the quickness of a mouse compared to joystick.
Hey, Tsunami, did you hear what she said? She said there's more lag. Whoop his ass. Whoop his ass.
I mean, but the thing is the lag input is...
Whoop his ass.
No, but the lag input is... But the lag input is the fact of what you just said, the speed of the mouse keyboard versus the mouse versus the controller. The reason the mouse is faster is because most people hardwire a mouse in. A lot of high-end PC gamers do not play with wireless mice.
But see, that's why they would block them out, Bunny. They would block them out. That's why I said co-op. I didn't say multiplayer because we know that'll be a wash. Why nobody wants to do that? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, if they play co-op, like say I'm running with Moss and Devin on the me, Moss, Devin, and Sue on the PC, and then you, Dirt, you know what I mean, everybody come in and y'all playing on the Series X and all that, but we having the same kind of experience, you know what I mean? Because most PC players don't want to go up. They can't reach 4K 60 native without having a beast rig and a 2080 Ti and all that good stuff that we all know about. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking about they can add that into their card. They can put that into the because they've been working on it even with the Series X. They introduced the mouse and keyboard support to play Fortnite and all that.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, they've been integrating this stuff already, you know.
And then also, Phil even talked about the controllers are gonna have even less lag with the how they're gonna implement it.
Anybody trying to hear that shit? Who listens to Phil? Who listens to Phil anymore? Whoop his ass. That's right. That's right, Roland. That's right, Roland.
Come on, Martu. Geekhead with the $1.99.
Shut up, big M2K.
Your ass up. That's what he said. Let me get you cussing the super chat.
Oh goodness.
Thanks. Oh man.
I just want to throw in there too, but I see where you're coming from, Bunny. I just want you to whoop his ass a little bit, but no. The thing is that the Xbox and Storm does all the tech. He finagles with the tech. The bro's a master. He's a wizard at this, man. Y'all got to check out his channel. But
I try, man. I try. I'm not the greatest.
Storm, no, you know what you're doing, brother. You know exactly what you're doing. You don't put me hip to some stuff. The Xbox out of all of the consoles had the most latency. The latencies was so high on the Xbox One X that Stadia even beat it in some instances in some titles. With that being said, Phil did say, Tsunami is right. Phil did say that they've worked on technology to lower that latency in the controller even wirelessly. And Storm and I can tell you, if they do it the way that Stadia does, it's like magical the way that Stadia does it, and they're doing it through it's crazy. So I'm not fearful of that. What I'm fearful of, though, and I think the biggest issue is going to be, and hopefully the machine should be powerful enough to work around this. It's just the devs willing to do this is this whole 30 frames per second stuff. If anything is going to put a monkey wrench in their plans of converting PC players over, they got to make sure there's got to be mandates. Hey, y'all got to break this 60. Fuck. They got to say, fuck this whole native 4K. Maybe do a dynamic scale from 2160, right? Like how Division 2 is on Stadia, right? Storm, I can add this conversation now.
Yeah, I mean,
the shit, you can't tell the difference. So if Xbox and PlayStation go to these devs like, nah, we want them 60 frames, baby. Fuck native 4K. Then you can start yanking people over, because then the PC gamers, when they're streaming, they ain't got to worry about the codecs and the bobecs and all that other silly shit that you got to worry about with PC gaming. So I think the biggest monkey wrench again is making sure that 60 frames per second at least is more standard.
Yo, I know a lot of people that's never even played other than Madden and Battlefield or whatever game, Call of Duty and all that stuff. They haven't really experimented with all 60 frame per second gaming. They haven't. They don't really know. They still don't know the difference between 30 and 60. But when people see that, they should be blown away, man, by how smooth the games are and how more accurate they're gonna be in these shooters and all that stuff. Hopefully.
And,
but you did whoop his ass. You did whoop his ass.
All it takes is an option. All it takes is an option. All it takes is an option for the performance mode and a graphic mode. Like, you can do both. PC has been doing it for years. Like, I was just telling Z, I was like, I expect, Hellblade 2 to have, 60 frames. I was like, the first one I had, he's like, no, it didn't. It was 30. I said, yes, it does. He's like, no, it doesn't. I went and looked at Digital Foundry. They actually have 3 modes. They have a graphic one, they have a performance one, and they have one that's both. So, like, it can be done. It's just that maybe it's not going to run at 4K, but there are people out here that don't give a fuck about 4K because they want the frames. So as long as you're giving them an option, do it. And that being said, also, a lot of these games can do 4K 60 innately based on the strength of the graphics card. Like, if it's compared to a 2080, most games can do 60 frames with a 2080 in it.
Hey man, this is a great.
There are
great
games that can't, but a
way.
lot of games can do it natively.
But let's be honest here. It boils down, just like you guys said, to the third-party developers if they want to do it or not. I mean, hell, CD Projekt Red did it for The Witcher 3 for Switch. I mean, if they're willing to do it,
that shit was 60 on the Switch.
No, they did a performance mode, like where you can change it for better frame rates versus graphically. They programmed that in an update for The Witcher 3 on the Switch. It boils down to whether or not the developers are going to willingly do it.
Hey, this is a great segue, by the way, because you guys, we talking about frame rates and all of this shit. I don't know if you guys saw. Damn, sorry. Oh shit, I'm sorry, y'all.
God damn, it's all good.
I was talking, I was trying to hold my coffee, and that shit just came out. So, let me get some water, y'all. Damn.
Oh God, they trying to kill my brother. Whoop his ass. No,
damn.
Bunny, somebody in the chat want to know what you playing. Phantom.
This is DC Universe Online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm play. I didn't buy any of it. I just played the free version.
All
And
right.
this boss always kicks my ass.
Yeah. So check this out. So since we're talking about frame rates and all of that shit,
Here we
Digital
go.
Foundry. Listen, I'm just reporting news, brother. I ain't trying to be messy or no shit like that.
Oh,
I'm looking at that 30. I don't like that.
you said Digital Foundry. Let me go ahead and just focus on my game.
Oh, come on,
You know what I'm
come on,
saying?
don't do that, baby.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Y'all know my stance on Digital
right.
Foundry.
Don't do that, my little cuddly muffin. Don't do that.
Y'all know my stance on Digital Foundry.
Oh man.
Facts.
Okay, so Digital Foundry did a video. I didn't watch the whole video, but they said that it appears that Spider-Man Miles Morales is running at 30 frames per second. Now look. PlayStation 5 is going to be a great system. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a big frame rate guy. But going back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is a third-party game, when they said it's running 30 frames per second on the Xbox Series X, ponies ran with it. They ran with it. They talked their shit. I was like, okay. They talking shit. Now, we don't know if this is confirmed that it's 30 frames per second. Nobody knows. They said it appears that it's running 30 frames per second. Me personally, I don't care, like I said, but I do want to say that some Xbox haters was running with that Assassin's Creed Valhalla shit. Listen, y'all said it. I saw it. I saw it with my own 4 eyes. I saw all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think about this? Does it matter? Does it matter about the 30 frames per second for Spider-Man? Tsunami? Like, what you think, bro? Like, I mean, you know, because man, you had like conversations about these ponies talking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is obviously a third-party game.
Yeah, y'all might want to save me for last for sure.
So Tsunami, what you think about that, man?
I'm gonna keep this short. The reason why it matters is because what are we gaining by going to a new generation? Where's the leveling up?
There it is.
If we're going to a new generation and there's no upgrade, what's the point of upgrading? Like what am I getting? A little bit of ray tracing, a little bit more graphics. Mm-hmm. This needs to be a leap. It's not. I don't want to have a situation where we're going from a 360 to Xbox One. I want a big jump, and if you're not providing that, then I don't really see what's the point. Like, I don't know. Like, like that's not a very convincing way to say let's go to next gen. It feels like a half step. That's why.
Hey, the biggest jump for me personally, I could have sworn was the PS2 original Xbox to the 360. Yeah, that jump was amazing to me, man. Yeah, I never forget watching a clip of NBA Live 06, even though the game was ass. Seeing D-Wade sweat, I was like, "Oh shit, he's sweating." You know that I remember that jump was amazing, and I don't think we'll never get a jump like that again. But great point, Tsunami. So Devin, like, what you feel about this, or like, do you care?
I definitely
do. I care about what exactly?
About Spider-Man possibly being 30 frames per second. Spider-Man on the PS5.
I don't give a shit about that. I ain't getting a PS5.
You got the fan blowing or some shit?
Yeah. No, but I don't care about. I don't care what frame rate in PlayStation game gets because I ain't getting a PlayStation 5 for a couple years at least, if at all. So no, I don't give a shit about that.
All right, Moss.
Well, goddamn.
Man, Storm asked me, hey man, I go last. So I'm
because Storm is a tech dude. He gonna tear into this. He's a tech dude, and he should rightfully so. And again, I know I was accused, y'all. Again, I'm gonna say this because this shit is funny to me, boy. I was accused of when I'm here on Scrampunks, I be capping for Xbox. Do y'all believe that shit?
No, that's some bullshit right there.
So I know. So let me continue. If the shoe fits. I don't know who said that. Somebody that was getting high. Was that y'all see that? What's that? That Smokey Robinson song, "Doing That Dope," sipping that wine.
No, I seen that video.
Whoever said that to me was doing that dope.
Hey, Mark, that was so crazy. I vaguely remember that, man. I was like,
I don't remember that shit at all. I was like,
vaguely, I remember that shit. Like Smokey Robinson still making stuff. Hey, but look, I looked it up. Hold on, I looked it up. You know when that shit came out? You thought it was the 90s. What? 2000. I thought it was the 90s at first.
No, brother, I thought it was 19. No, it was 2004, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But anyway, no. But so let me continue my cap for Xbox. No, here's why it's a problem. It's like what Tsunami said. Why are you and this is why I'm at this point as it goes now. Like, y'all know my preferred way to play Stadia. I'm willing to buy anything else additional, but you got to show me why I need to pay an additional $500 to $600. With Stadia, I'm not paying nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I already got the next gen and the next gen and the next gen. So if I'm paying $500, what am I paying for? Am I paying for more 4K 30er? You know what I'm saying? I'm playing for a flat 30 that ain't never gonna dip. It's a digital foundry to tap dance over and shit. I don't give a look. I see where cloud technology, AI, and machine learning, it's taking these visuals to where it doesn't have to be native. I'm telling y'all, that shit don't matter. My thing is that if you want me to pay an additional $500-$600, you better go to these developers. You better mandate 60 frames per second and at least in-house. I get it. Not Uncharted. What's that? Last of Us 2 looks great at 30, but that's Last of Us 2. There are certain games like Ratchet and Clank. Them motherfuckers gotta be at 60, bro. They gotta be at 60.
I agree with you.
They gotta be at 60.
Gotta be.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We have Geekhead 188 with the 199. Imagine buying a PS5 playing at 30 frames per second. Can't be me.
Bruh, I can't do no. Anything in-house should be 60 frame, or there should be a 60 frame mode, like Tsunami said. Maybe bump it down to 1800p, that's upscale with AI and all. Come on, man. There's no excuse. I don't want to hear that cinematic dumb shit. I don't want to hear that. And I'm not just jumping on PlayStation. That's for everybody. There should be a performance mode everywhere. Stadia at $130 motherfucking dollars is doing that shit right now. You can do it at $500.
99 now.
99, yeah, 99 now. They're doing it for $99. You should definitely be able to do it at $500. I'm not trying to hear it.
I hear you, bro. And like you say, especially first party titles.
That's all facts. I can't deny any of that.
I mean, because even with Xbox, they said that, well, it's not confirmed yet, but there was chatter about the medium possibly being 30 frames per second, even though that's not the first party studio. But I mean, I'm with you on that one. I don't really be worried about. I'm not. That wasn't true either, but I'm not the frame. Everything got to be 60. Of course, I would prefer everything to be 60, but it's not a deal breaker for me personally. But yeah, I'm with you guys. Like Sue said, if we're upgrading, what's the upgrade? What? Ray trace reflections? What is it?
Shiny floor panels.
SSD.
These are the SSD.
Hey, man, so what happened to that talk?
3D audio.
I don't hear nothing about SSD talk like I was before. What happened with that?
I don't know, man.
They don't understand what it might.
They started their research.
Hey, so Storm, man, tell us how you feel about this, brother.
So, all right, I'm gonna say this right here. My mind is all over the place because I took what some parts of what Sue was saying, man, what Dad was saying, and Moss and Bunny and shit, the chat. I'm gonna tell you this. Rain said something in the chat. Basically, when Rain was saying, two things, like PC players don't want to play with console players, and that's for the cheating aspect, right? But they can kind of curtail that. They can kind of fix that. I'm sure they got a solution. Like I said, they can have games like Elder Scrolls Online, for example, and things like that. The big MMOs, they can play together. Destiny 2, they can run raids and stuff and all that, right? So that'd be cool, I think. But and then he said something about low spec PCs or something like that. I saw in the chat. That made me think right there. Now that got me thinking, bro, Rain, because if you look at the damn Series X when it first came out, everybody said what did they say? Anybody? What they say, y'all, about the console, the way it looks?
The most powerful.
Yeah,
PC.
the most powerful PC. That shit was built
Might
like
look like a PC.
it looked. Yeah, it's a tower. It was a mini tower, right?
Yep.
Now we look at the PS5.
Mhm.
You stand that tall.
That shit looks like a tower.
You stand that shit up. It is a tower, a big ass tower. You get what I'm saying now?
Mhm.
Okay, so what I'm saying is here, these companies know that they have to get their shit up equivalent to the PC. Again, I go back to that. Now, 30 frames per second, y'all, it can't happen. It can't happen. I'm tired of seeing blurry ass texture, like all the screen blurring and shit when I'm turning left and right, when I'm panning the camera on PUBG and all these other games on Xbox One X.
Stutters.
One X, y'all. I'm tired of seeing the stutters. I'm tired of seeing the blurry ass screens. But then I go in a game like Doom Eternal on Stadia, and that shit look like it's running at 120.
Yeah,
120, y'all. Now, a little interesting fact: they're using a $6,000 PC to compete against, to compare Stadia to. It's kind of like that's what they're using the measuring stick that they're trying to perform like is a $6,000 gaming PC, y'all. So it's just things like that. So they better not come out here for $500 or $600 for these next gen consoles and not give us mandatory mode. Just like Sue, you said that right about the mode being able to have an option. I know
performance mode. Yeah,
performance mode and all that. And Bunny touched on it too. But what I'm saying is that better be mandatory, y'all. I'm giving my shit to my son. I'm gonna get both of them. I'm gonna put Xbox One X in for the Series X, which I love. I love all these platforms. But I'm gonna trade that PS4 Pro in for that 5. So I'm gonna be saving a little bit of money somehow, some way. But they gotta come correct, man. People, that's last gen is played out. 30 frames per second, like I said. People won't understand until they really play more games in 60 FPS.
Right. You get this super chat.
Yep. Geekhead 188 with the $4.99. Especially if games are going to be $70 next gen, you better give me a performance mode at least.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. I can't settle for
Right. Right.
At least, at bare minimum, we need 60 frames per second.
That's like what Tsunami was talking about.
500.
That's like what Tsunami was talking about Hellblade. I actually played it like a couple of days ago, and they did have 3 modes. They had resolution, frame rate, and they had something called enriched mode. And I thought that was great, because when you started playing it at 60, you felt it immediately. When you did the performance mode, you felt it. Oh shit, this is what 60 feels like. Of course, the graphics went down a little bit, like the resolution, I have to say, went down a little bit, but you felt the frame rate. I was okay. So yeah, you're right. There should be options. I'm with you on that one, Sue.
And here's the other part. Like most gamers haven't experienced it yet, because what do most people have? Most people have a PS4. PS4 does not specialize in doing 60 frame games, so the average user has not felt 60 yet. When they
You know what? You go ahead, Tsunami. I'm gonna follow you up on that one. That's an interesting point. I was gonna say, you know what's crazy? And again, I'm capping for Xbox, so I'm wearing the shoe today. All right. So remember at the beginning of this generation when people told you not to buy an Xbox because 1080p 60 makes you a better gamer?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then you come to the end of this generation, and like you said, most of the PlayStation 4 games didn't even give you the 60 frames per second mode. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is not to dog PlayStation, because y'all know I kick Xbox in the ribs too. But I got to speak to everybody. Look, y'all, don't let these game developers, because they're number one on an NPD or whatever, mandate to y'all whatever the hell they want to give y'all. Challenge them all, even when they're on top. When the 360 was on top, I had my foot on their motherfucking necks. Why y'all doing this? Why ain't y'all doing that? Why y'all? Even Stadia, we me and Storm, we go back and forth, and we be talking about that. Never be complacent. Put your foot on their necks. These games should have 60 frames per second modes. They tooted that shit in 2013. You try to tell me in 2020 you can't have the 60 frames per second for an additional $500? No, it shouldn't be acceptable. Shouldn't be.
And see, and I hate to say this, y'all, and I hope I don't piss nobody off, man. But that's why I can't buy no. That's why I ain't got no Switch. That's why.
Hey, you on your own, brother. You on your own. Oh shit, you on your own.
Look.
No. I mean, I understand that.
I love Nintendo, but they got to offer the gamers. There's hardcore gamers out there. All right, now, I got to go back to that low spec PC thing because I think it's crazy as hell that us PC gamers, because I do PC gaming too, but we buy a $2,000 PC to run that shit at 144 seconds at 1080p. Now, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just, I think it's to a point where gamers sometimes don't even know what the hell they want. They just want the games, like Bunny said. They want the games. Just give us the games and shit. I don't even know no more, y'all.
I mean, the thing is like this gen here, I didn't understand half this shit we're talking about last gen. Yeah. I mean, were we worried about like a lot of the shit that we worry about now?
OG games, OG
shit like that. Were we worried about 60? Yeah. That's one thing. That's crazy. How is it that you went from 60 down to 30?
Yeah. People wanted the graphics, so they
never forget. Hey, look at the screen. What Monster said. Never forget what was being said early this generation. Never forget.
That's true.
Sony native 1080p allows you to be a better gamer. Sony president Shuhei Yoshida said that shit. And
but you know what?
For lead architect Mark Cerny.
But you know what actually? But you know what actually makes you a better gamer? Ask the PC guys. Frames make you better. Graphics don't necessarily make you better.
And that's why they spend a lot of money to go down and put those games on very low and medium settings and lower and shit to get these higher frames. And I get that. That's the competitive PC gamers. You know what I'm saying? I get that, man. That makes sense. But I don't know. 2,000, 1,500, 3,000, 5,000. I don't know, y'all.
I mean, the thing is yeah, at some point, here's what's happening. The power, gamers have given up the power to say what we want. It's the roles are reversed. We used to tell developers, we used to vote with our wallets saying, hey, we want this, like this, and this. Now it's like the developers are telling us what we should be playing and what we should want. I mean, like, look at Digital Foundry. How many people fucking flock to Digital Foundry the moment Digital Foundry say something? But then you gotta look at Digital Foundry. They're up here analyzing, like what got me was they analyzed a 30-second video on a video game coming to the Switch. They did a 30-minute analysis on a 30-second clip of what they saw, talking about how bad Witcher 3 was going to run on the Switch. But then when the shit came out, they're like, oh, it ran surprisingly better than what we thought it was. It's like people have been brainwashed to go and listen to these people talk.
But here's the other part, too. If you look at that article that Dirt put up, in the article it says, this is why people are playing 30-frame games and it's okay. Like, pull that up, Dirt. They're literally making concessions.
Yeah.
Now, their whole thing is about frames. Now they're telling us 30-frame games are okay.
Come on now. Okay,
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
There you go. I mean, now tell me how that makes sense.
Hey, y'all. Hold on.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry. I just found the old tweet from my boy, man. Let me read this shit. Hold on, y'all. Let me read this old tweet. 2018, January 6, 2018, from MM2K. Real talk. A lot of these cats, man, there's so much focus on hardware power of the X. Ain't the ones who perpetrated this hype. First, by agreeing on that 1080p makes you a better gamer. BS. That's right, Mars. Tell your ass. Then by doubting the X can do what they said it could do. Reap what you sow. Damn, where that Mars coming back?
Hey yo, that was MM2J. I don't, and I'm suing that motherfucker in court. I don't know who that. I don't even know what the hell I was saying back then.
When that Moss coming back? The Moss that was an X-Bot.
That's called MMOK.
He's an MM2J.
No, but that's the thing. It's like okay, you're the market leader. Everybody, I guarantee you, half the people out here don't know what the fuck a teraflop is. They just hear number 12 or 8 or this. or that.
It was a marketing gimmick.
SSD.
It's a marketing gimmick.
Exactly, or it's SSD, so it's going to make the frames and it's going to make the graphics look better and this, that, and the other. Nobody like me, you come up here and tell me that shit, I'm just going to like, okay, so it's going to make the game look cuter. What's the fucking game? Okay,
I mean, heard of flop until the Project Scorpio. Like until they started.
Exactly. And now it's like everybody is like fucking pros at it, know what the fuck they're talking about. They are all over that shit. But then when you're sitting here looking at it and you're like, okay, then they flip flop. Okay, everything's gonna be 60 frames per second. Then, oh, here's the whole crowd tooting. Oh, well, it's not 60 frames per second. Let's switch it out and it's gonna be 30 frames and it's perfectly okay. Excuse me, weren't you just complaining about one thing?
Right.
They got
Damn,
right.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla was not 60 frames per second, but then when they tell you your Spider-Man game is going to be 30 frames per it's going to be okay.
They sound like Trump.
Tell her.
If you want to say one is not good at 60 frames per second, but then concess that the other one is okay at 30 frames per second, keep that shit 100.
They have to pander to their base.
Keep that same energy.
So let me say, it's not just Spider-Man, Bunny. It started with Ratchet and Clank when they said Ratchet and Clank will most likely run at 30. The PlayStation guys are like,
that's
so what? So what? That don't mean
it's still going to be greatness, motherfucker. Keep that shit 100.
How do you? And again, we're not picking at PlayStation. This is an example of a conglomerate trying to, make you take everything that they give you. And
don't soften the blow, Moss. This shit is coming at the PS5.
Well, no, because I don't want to do that because everybody's guilty of this. They're all fucking guilty. Like we can get on Xbox, we can get on Stadia, we can get on all of them. They all guilty. And the reason why I say that is because it's big. Even though PlayStation is the ones that are trying to do the slick shit right now, it's the entities like Bunny was saying, Digital Foundry, that's making this shit seem okay. You know what I'm saying? And they're being biased. Like she just said, they were telling you not too long ago that 30 frames per second was bad with Assassin's Creed. Even a year before that, they said, we don't even need native 4K, but at least give us 60. The same motherfucker that said 30 was okay, John Linneman dude, he said a year ago that we need 60 frames per second, even if it's dynamically scaled. Now he's telling you, and the same dude is telling you that it's okay that you're getting 30 frames per second. These outside entities like Digital Foundry, a lot of these YouTubers, a lot of them, you cannot listen to them. They have agendas. And I didn't mean to cut you off, Devin. I mean, this particular example is a PlayStation example, but I think the bigger problem is, like Bunny said, we got to know who to pay attention to. And really, the only people we should be paying attention to as far as our purchasing decisions is us. There's too many ways to play these games. Too many demos. Xbox is going to have 60 demos next week or the week after that. There's too many ways to get your hands on games. Don't live and die off of a bunch of dumbasses like Digital Foundry. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Moss.
Got to carry to their base to be Trump.
Hey, man, really want to know when is where's this MM2J cat at so we can follow him.
You can follow MM2J. Hey, yo, I don't know. He had to shut down his YouTube channel because I'm suing the hell out of him, man.
He came back and said Stadia.com. Chat, man. I told y'all, man. Everybody, hey, this shit like Funk Flex, man. Everybody can't come up here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. Lurk zone. So, but bro, hey, all that Bunny said, Bunny, I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate you for saying all that because you are absolutely right, y'all. Hey, do y'all have a feeling that this shit might come down to 8K ray tracing? But that's why that 30 FPS talk is coming out. See, I ain't dumb. I know why it's starting to circulate. Because 30, 4K,
Stormy,
all that shit.
Stormy, let's keep it good. People bitching about games being $70. Who the fuck gonna go out and pay 10 grand for 8K TV?
And, and you're right about that, but they're gonna bake that shit into these consoles. Remember with Gran Turismo 6 or GT Sport or some shit, it was designed to run it up to 8K. So all they gotta do is really upscale these damn games. They already know. They already built this shit. Is already baked in. I'm telling y'all. So, but what they wasn't anticipating was the ray tracing and how taxing that shit could be. You know what I'm saying? Now they got the, you know, like MM was saying, they got the other shit like machine learning and the DLSS or whatever the hell that's called and all that stuff, right? That they're implementing and they're trying to figure out so they can get better frames and stuff and better performance without it being so taxing.
Right. Hey, but you know what you said? Like you just said something. Shit. What did you just say? Did I just forget that damn quick? Yeah,
No,
I
you
did.
did.
I did. I'm sorry. Damn, you just said something I wanted to touch on. Fuck. Oh, forget it.
About ray tracing, 8K, how 8K is already baked in, but they're trying to figure out.
I know what you said. You said what would like the new like narrative be? Because you said it's gonna be about 8K, it's gonna be about this. I'm gonna tell you when it comes to this console war, I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna be about. Next generation, Xbox is gonna add a more powerful console, right? We're already with like the SSD like talk is already getting lower and lower and lower. I think Metacritic scores is going to be a big thing next generation. Look at the Metacritic scores. We really can't say sales because Xbox has Game Pass, but you know,
they still use it.
They sales. Yeah, they still say sales. I think it's going to be Metacritic scores. That's going to be the big go-to next generation. I guarantee.
Now, I'm actually already seeing that.
Oh yeah,
because no. What I'm saying is like on the Switch, some developers are putting their Metacritic scores on the pages of the Switch. So when you're going through the eShop, you'll see a game and it'll tell its Metacritic score. They've already started hyping it. So when you're scrolling through the eShop, you'll see the game, you'll see the title, you see the little picture, but then in the corner of the picture, it'll tell the Metacritic score.
Yeah. Yeah, so all right, y'all. We got about 25 minutes.
Oh man, here you go.
So you know what time it is. You know what time it is.
I don't give a shit what time it is.
It's time for Do You Give a Shit? I know she ain't calling me. Ain't this a bitch?
You need somebody to take
your side piece.
You
Nah.
trying to get this dude killed. Drop the topics in the private chat. I'll take them if you need to run.
No. It's cool. I'll call this person back. So listen, y'all. It's time for Do You Give a Shit? This is the short version because it's almost time to go. Did you guys see the Assassin's Creed Valhalla video leak?
Nope.
Yeah, I saw like 15 seconds of it.
I actually still haven't seen it. I was looking for it.
So I guess some people said it looked like shit. I thought it looked okay, but it was dark, and you could tell it wasn't the finished product because But I thought it looked okay. People, no, it looked trash. It's trash, But because they were planning on the Xbox Series S or maybe even the PC, I saw Xbox button prompts. People was bashing it because it's funny. They got the marketing deal. Xbox has a marketing deal, so people just want to bash it because Xbox got the marketing deal. It's crazy shit. So anyway, Bungie admitted that they knew the Activision deal was bad from the start, and they almost went back to Microsoft, according to Bungie developer Martin O'Donnell. Now, if they knew the deal was bad from the start, what the hell they signing for?
I think they were trying to force somebody's hand, and the hand didn't force the way they thought it was going to force, so they were stuck.
No, when you read Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, I think there's an entry in there about what happened. Donnie D was like, bye, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like when I think it was Donnie D. It was either Donnie D or it might have been Peter Moore. No. I don't think
it was Donnie D when they left because
okay.
Yep. 07, it was Donnie D.
Yep. So Donnie D was like they kept expressing it to Donnie D. Peter Moore was playing them at first. They've been wanting to do Destiny for a long time. Peter Moore was playing them. He's like, oh yeah, okay, it's happening. And then he just kept playing them, right? And then finally they had like 2 games they was working on. One fizzled, and then the other one was Destiny. And they was like, all right, look, we really know what we want to do. Like, y'all better let us do this or else. Donnie D said, you know what else? Bye, motherfucker. And they really had nowhere else to go except with Activision if they wanted to do Destiny. That's how bad. They knew it was bad, but they wanted to do Destiny so bad. It was either that or more Halo, and they didn't want to do Halo no more.
Right. I felt, but listen, so hold on. So that's another reason why Donnie D was shit. That he let Bungie go, the team that made their franchise.
Mm-hmm.
He let them go. Like, this man, go and get y'all ass. That shows how arrogant he was, man.
If Destiny was exclusive to Xbox,
my God, bro.
we could be having different talks right now.
Oh my God. Can you
literally like the generation, it would probably be a repeat of last generation with it being that's how big Destiny is.
Oh my
there's
God.
like how many there's like 80,000 motherfuckers just playing it right now on Steam.
That's crazy. And that could have been an Xbox IP.
Yeah, that could have been an Xbox.
Donnie D, you come back, Donnie D. Get the hell out of here with that shit. That dude was so arrogant. He put all his focus on Connect. Like I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I did some research. The only thing Donnie D was responsible for was that Connect shit, those Connect games, telling Rare, yo, only you make Connect games. Canceling IPs to make Connect games. He was responsible for the 30-day DLC deals with Call of Duty and some other companies. That's all the dude did. That's all he did. And
I think people had appreciated that he had more. It seemed like he had more of a hardcore appetite than Phil. I think that's what people. That's it. I don't want to say illusion because he kind of did. But the problem with Donnie was
he also fucked it up though.
He was too scatterbrained with his shit. He would like he had big dreams. He had champagne takes and Kool-Aid pockets. He wanted to make these big, elaborate games and had these big, elaborate schemes, but he didn't kick the tires around it to make sure that everything was checks and balances, like how Yoshida did with God of War. Oh, no, motherfuckers, I gotta go back to the draw. He wasn't like that. So his bite was bigger than what he could chew. And I think that was the problem with Donnie D.
He also had like a my way or the highway type thing. Like, the fans.
Hey, Moss,
you have accounts before you, all that shit.
Hey, didn't someone tell us that he showed up once a week and people hated him? Did somebody tell us that?
Yeah.
Damn.
We did.
He showed up to work once a week.
And he was a true exec. He was a true exec.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, it's just that also you gotta look at it this way. He was trying to focus on Connect, but by the time the Connect came to Xbox, wasn't motion control like fading out?
Yeah, the shit. Not with the first Connect, but them to put it in the new Xbox, the Xbox
That's
One.
what I'm talking about.
It was done by then.
I mean, you gotta think about it like this: the motion controls came in with the Wii. Nintendo had already pretty much moved away from that with the Wii U. I mean, yeah, you had some motion
just
controls
peripherals in general.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at Rock Band. Rock Band was fucking huge.
Yep.
They came out with that on Xbox and PS4. They didn't. That shit did not sell.
You got to give credit to PlayStation. I know this is killing Devin on the inside, but you got to give credit to PlayStation. They tried to jump in on that craze. Excuse me, with the dildo with the herpes blister on top of it.
Yeah,
the eye wand, right? And then they was like, but they didn't make it integral to their system, and that's where Xbox fucked up. They made it integral to their system.
Hey,
actually,
Moss,
you need it for PSVR.
But that's the thing. But that's VR. Yeah, you have motion.
That's like an
controls
auxiliary.
With VR. I would expect something like that with VR. But the fact of like I said, the Wii U didn't even you had motion controls, but nothing like the Wii was. That whole fucking idea was dead by the time the Xbox One came out.
Yeah, it was, man, and it was just some bad. Listen, the best thing that happened to Sony was the PlayStation Move not do so well. The worst thing that happened to Xbox was the first Connect did well.
Yeah.
So Xbox doubled down.
Y'all can playing God of War with a Move controller if you want.
So PlayStation did is, okay, let's focus on these first party AAA IPs. Xbox said let's focus on more Connect shit. People don't realize Rise Son of Rome was a Connect type at first. I believe what happened, it just wasn't working, and Crytek said, "Yo, man, this shit, nah, man. Now we can't do this as a Connect game." And then they made Rise Son of Rome. That game was going to look just as good as it did. It was going to be a Connect title. Just go back to E3 2000 and I believe 12. Look at that show, or 2011. One of those shows. It wasn't called Rise. It was called Kingdoms. In 2011, I believe it was a Connect game. That shows you how they stopped doing all these other games besides Gears, Halo, and Forza, and they started focusing on Connect. And that hurt them for years. It hurt them for years, y'all. They're just about to maybe get out of that shit, get out of this rut of not having any new AAA IPs. Because even the good ones at the beginning of this generation, they weren't first party. Rise, they couldn't make it Rise 2. Sunset Overdrive, they couldn't make a Sunset Overdrive 2. Quantum Break, they couldn't make a Quantum Break 2. So all that second party shit, it came back to bite them. And at the same time, Sony was nourishing their studios like Sucker Punch, like Naughty Dog through all these years. With Naughty Dog were doing Crash and they're doing Jack and Daxter, and all of these years, Uncharted, and here we go. They're one of the best dev teams in the world. Sucker Punch doing Sly Cooper, Infamous. Now they're doing this Ghost shit. You know, Sony Santa Monica, y'all catch my drift. So Sony does still have an advantage because they have these studios they've been nurturing for all of these years. So Xbox, they are headed in the right direction, and I believe they will definitely be good next generation. But you know, you got to see some of the things that Donnie D did. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't alone, because even Phil was there. Even Phil admit I was there. I could have said something, but I didn't. You know, so it was just, man, it was a lot of bad decisions from 2007 to like early.
It was really on the helm of Ballmer. Steve Ballmer, love him to death, great energetic guy, hardcore minded, but there's just some entities I've learned in business, and I even had to learn this about myself. There's some entities that they can't be in control of everything. They have great. Exactly. I was just about to say that. Like Kojima would be a great studio head, but when you give that motherfucker infinite money, you know what I'm saying? And access to, oh my God, you get $11 billion in cutscenes and $3 in gameplay. You know what I'm saying? You know, so there's just some people, and Bomber was one of them, and then Donnie D just didn't know how to kick the tires, and it just was a bad. Where Xbox is a lot more control, they're making more money than they ever have, but then they don't have the mind share that they had last year. They just need a balance. They got to get to a point to where they're at financially, where they're lean and mean, and they know how to make money, and they got to get that mind share back with them hardcore gritty games. And they do that, they're going to blow up.
Agree with you, Moss. You know, I don't agree with you too often, but I agree with you on that one.
Well, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
I got a couple quick more topics before we get out of here. So Xbox is Xbox. Where's it at? Xbox is telling devs not to offer Series X versions of their game. Now, some people try to make this sound like it's a bad thing. I have no idea why. But even some websites tried to make it like Xbox is forcing their, come on, man. Look, this is like Devin said, this is for the gamers, man. This is for the gamers. Buy one copy, unless it's like 2K, which is two separate games. Buy one copy. Just come on, man. It's just smart.
Right.
What's I think?
But it was okay. But it was okay when PlayStation mandated a game come out after this date has to be able to run on a PS5.
Right, which is the same thing, really, right? But
it's just that we're asking it to be free.
Right. So
see, that's
where you got to boil down to what's more greedier, paying $10 extra for the next gen game, or you can't even do a free upgrade. I mean, it's like, okay, you want to charge $10 more, but yet you don't want to give an upgrade on a program for after you get that $10 more extra.
And like, it's not even like a long problem we had. Like, it's only for cross-gen games. Cross-gen games are only gonna last a couple of months. In the greater scheme of things. Like, so just be consumer friendly, because what's going to happen is people are just not going to buy your game till the next generation. If you want them to get your game when it comes out, then give them the option of, to get the upgrade free. Because if not, I'm going to wait till the next generation, and you're going to miss all your your goals and deadlines as far as, I want to make this much by this date. That's going to fuck up your books. So by saying buy the game now, you'll stay on course.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all. Hey. So Monster Storm Stadia Connect is July 14th, man. Are y'all hyped about that shit?
Looking forward to it, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is the paving the way for everything, including xCloud and all that stuff. Y'all just got to put it out there because it hit the market first.
Yes.
Wait, man. xCloud is gonna be dope too. I tried it. It's not giving me 1080p and 4K yet. You know what I mean? But other than that, I like it. But when it comes to Stadia, I get excited because that's where the market is gonna go to eventually. You know what I mean? Consoles will be there, I think, for another generation. People think that they might get phased out. I think there'll be one more generation, but I don't think they'll care about consoles. But when it comes to Stadia, man, that cloud gaming thing, I'm very excited because I think that they're going to bring out games, and some of them will be old, like Apex, but an Apex Legends on Stadia might be huge for people who are thinking about trying to transition over there, and some other big moves and some new features and stuff, man. And I know Monster's going to get on this one real heavy, but I'll just say it like this. Yes, I will be watching and I will be waiting because I know that they're going to make big splashes because they don't have that much time because the fall is coming up. With the fall coming up with these consoles dropping, you get where I'm going? Like they can't afford to sit there and let that happen. Let two major consoles drop and not come out and make a big bang. Now it's put up a shut up time. You know what I mean?
Hey, see, you make it sound good. Moss, what is your problem? When you talk about you make us hate it.
I don't know what you got against me, brother. I love you, man. I love you, man.
When you talk about it, you make it. He sounds objective. He sounds concise. He sounds like I want to know more about Stadia. I'm gonna call you MM4K.
You know what it is? Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, Apex Legends is going to Stadia?
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. I mean, it's EA fucked up, and like a lot of Stadia's partners is fucking up and not keeping stuff close to the vest like how Stadia wants them to.
No. The only reason I'm asking is because that's actually a really smart move. And the reason I'm saying that is Apex Legends has a big fan base. Okay, yeah. I mean, granted, PUBG might have a big fan base too, but the people who are on that fan base, they're willing to give Stadia a try now because they're like, oh, and if they make it so that they can carry over their progress to Stadia from whatever they're playing on, think about it like that. Like whatever platform they're playing it on or whatnot, if they're able to carry their progress over, they might switch to Stadia permanently.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's the hope that they have. But I'll put it like this: the reason why I think people get upset when I bring up Stadia is because they want me to say, "Oh no, cloud gaming is just something to tinker with," and for maybe people that are into xCloud, it's a tinkering tool, but for Stadia, it's not something to tinker with. It's lacking the games, but when I put the same game on Stadia opposed to any console, it performs better. Yes, Digital Foundry might find a couple of specks with their monocle, but nobody games with a monocle. You know what I'm saying? Division 2 is a prime example where they had to eCrow and say, look, the definitive version of Division 2 is on Stadia. That's even over PC because it lacks the cheating. So I'm excited for Stadia because I understand what it is and I don't overshoot the moon. It's not going to be, and I've said, Storm heard me say this before, I've said this months ago, it's not a premier gaming experience. What do I mean by that? It doesn't have what people primarily look for, which is your Call of Duties, your Apex Legends. Yet it doesn't have those games. Until it gets those games, it's just it's part R&D It's part early access, but the promise of the tech is so great that it's outperforming the stuff that's at full retail right now. So I'm excited for the Kinect because I don't overshoot the moon. I don't expect every single game that's on PlayStation to come out right now because the console's only 7 months. And I'm happy to see games look better every day that I log on. The tech get more and get more advanced and all the other stuff. So I'm just excited to see which games are going to come over now that I can play better than I did before. And that's why I'm excited for the Kinect.
All right. Hey, Mars, there's one game that's going to be on Stadia, that WWE 2K Battlegrounds. Yeah. You know what that is.
I ain't playing that shit.
Hey, man, what's wrong with you, man?
you playing that storm? I ain't playing. I'm just saying.
It's a multi-plat that's going to be on Stadia.
Look, I just want to throw this last stat out there. I'm gonna shut up. People say, "Oh, Stadia ain't got no game. Stadia ain't got no game," because they're comparing a platform that's just been 7 months old to platforms that have been out for 7 years. Stadia right now has about 65 games, maybe even 70 games. You know how many games PlayStation had when they released? They had a little bit over 63, I think it was.
Are you talking about PS1?
No, PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4. When PlayStation 4 released, they had around 64. So they're around the same track. Give or take a couple of games. They're around the same track. So again, this is just a new platform they just rolled out at the end of this generation, but their big their eyes are on the prize of next generation. So that's when you really want to look out for this thing.
And they're catering to the devs. Real quick though, Griggity man, they're catering to these devs. I'm telling you, they're trying to cut all that distribution stuff with the physical media and all that. They don't have to worry about that stuff, man. They're gonna be like, hey, no downloads, no installs, no patches, and all that stuff, man. Hey, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a big platform for those who are in limbo or those people who just want to have both, like a supplemental cloud service or platform or whatever. A platform is what Stadia is. And a console as well, and a PC. I mean, they're coming in the right price point and all that. They will have the games. It's coming, man. It's Google. They know what the hell they're doing. Phil Harrison's been around. Jay Raymond, all. They got a nice team. You know what I'm saying? So they're sitting back trying to wait and see what Microsoft and Amazon is going to do. But at the same time, they're blazing the trail already.
Okay. Hey, what time is the show on Tuesday? Y'all know what time the show is?
You know what? I haven't even gotten
Tuesday.
Yeah, I know.
That's all. No, you know what?
This motherfucker, you got us talking all this shit. Then you gonna ask us what time and make us look stupid.
Hey,
it's on Tuesday, motherfucker. That's what it's
The hype is gonna generate. It's gonna be generated on Twitter, man. I'm telling you right now. That's all we wait for is the last minute that we could jump in.
Yeah, them stealth drops. That's the killer. Is the stealth drops. Yeah,
stealth drops.
That's what Google's known for. You can play this game right now. Oh shit! I didn't even know that game was coming. You know.
Oh, they pull in a Nintendo, like with the Nintendo Direct, they'll be up there like, oh yeah, this game is coming out, and you can download it and within an hour after the Direct. What?
Yeah.
I'm actually hyped for Ubisoft show on Sunday. I like Ubisoft.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm actually hyped to see Watchdog. Was it Watchdog Legion? Yeah. I love both of the Watchdogs. I love both of those games. I know a lot of people gave one a hard time, but I actually loved it. I can't wait to see what they show. So
yeah, man, I'm actually excited for Ubi as well.
Yeah, so
I just want to hear about Gods and Monsters.
I'm hoping that they show some more about Rainbow Six Quarantine.
Yeah, they probably will.
They haven't showed anything about it. It was supposed to come out this year, but it got delayed. And like all their games, Ubisoft games got delayed.
All right, y'all, let's start the time. One last thing. Ninja reportedly declined to join Facebook streaming or return to Twitch. It appears he's at YouTube now. Do you guys give a shit?
Yes, I think I do.
You do?
I can tell you why. Now, I'm not gonna go too far into the Stadia thing when it comes to that, but Google they do own YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing but a phone call for them to make, like, hey Ninja, man, you want to play this Apex over here real quick? You see what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's a huge move, man. And YouTube gaming makes sense though, I think, for a lot of people, man.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did they sign him or he just went there?
I don't think they signed him yet.
I don't know, but I could see him leaning toward that direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think they signed him yet, but like he did a stream on YouTube the other day, so people just assuming that he's gonna sign with YouTube
I mean,
because
he's
he
always
said
had
he
a
ain't-
YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
He's always had a YouTube channel, but I think the fact that he didn't sign to Facebook and his first place he pops up is YouTube, I think he's going to get signed, and that's probably going to be mentioned at the Connect. It's going to be mentioned at the Connect.
I think it's neutral. I think YouTube is a place where you can go in between, because if you go to Facebook, then you're going to Facebook. If you go back to Twitch, you're going back to Twitch. You pop him on YouTube, you can say, well, he still has a YouTube. I think low key in the background, he waiting to see who gives him the best offer.
Possibly, but I got the best offer for your ass right now. So are you ready to get out of here for free? You can get out of here for free.
I know it's coming.
Yeah, yo, we got anything else before we get out here? Because we at that lovely 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
I just want to say,
hold on, Emma. Hey, that Connect is at 1 o'clock Eastern, man.
Hey, thanks for researching, brother. Thank you. Because Mom's gonna look up shit, man.
Had to do it.
I don't want these mototherfuckers coming over Storm. Don't tell me.
I'm watching that shit, man.
I'm just joking.
Hey, you gonna do a live stream? Y'all gonna do a live stream?
Watch.
Yeah,
You have to. You the Stadia. Y'all the Stadia guys. I gotta do a live stream, man.
I'm not sure who's holding it. I know somebody from TSI is probably holding it. I'm not sure.
See, because people keep on asking like WBG, are we doing a live stream for the Xbox show? And I'm kind of leaning towards no, because there's gonna be so many freaking people doing the live stream. I'm like, maybe a post show.
Well, WBG got their fan base, so you know, you got to do your you got to do it for your fan base, bro.
Yeah, you know, Sean was like, dude, we gotta do a fucking show, dude. We gotta do a show, dude.
Yeah, you gotta do the dirt.
Yeah.
Dirt.
I reckon we do a show, yeah. Like, do we do a show, yeah?
We gotta do that shit, yeah.
Yeah, we do the shit.
Yeah, no, you got to do it for the WBG. Hey, WBG, I know y'all in here lurking. If y'all want them to do a show, hit one in the chat. Let them know.
If y'all want WBG to do a show, because see, I like to sit down and just watch the show, you know what I'm saying, do something afterwards.
I know.
But this one might be a big one, so I don't know.
I mean, to be honest with you, this would be a good one for you guys to do a live stream on, because this is the biggest shit y'all been waiting on. Yeah. I mean, y'all got y'all hype super hype.
Thank you.
Y'all saying you're not letting your hype die down. You expecting all this, but yet you're not gonna do a show.
Hey, no, you're right. No,
maybe
how you gonna be contradicting yourself?
Whoop their ass!
Oh, shit. Hey, Bunny,
nobody. I'm sorry. You're right, Snowbody. You're right. You're right. We fucking up, man. Yeah, it's all Devin's fault.
I mean, like if I was like, for me, if it was something I was super fucking excited about, and I mean, y'all already saying,
I gotta talk to Sue. I gotta talk to Sue, Snow Money, because he might want to be on Z's channel, because if everybody's to have a good show, he want to be on that channel talking shit. Hey,
you were trying to
wait a minute, Dirt. Don't you have like 5 other panel members?
Yeah, but Sue's important. No, but listen. Sue know if Xbox have a good show, he gonna want to be on Z channel ripping them niggas. He gonna be killing J-Dub and them.
Okay, well then he could be over there doing that, and then y'all could tune in on your end and watch him tear him a new asshole.
I know Snow Bunny. I'm cool.
First of all, I don't like going on his live show because they overtalk everything being said. Everything's dog shit. Like, I don't like being over there.
Everything is dog shit.
Everything. It could be.
I'll put them on mute.
Hey,
that's true. Everything is dog shit on them shows.
PNTS and Triple B, we're sister networks. We're here while Z's doing the show. I mean, we could do. You know, you can still do a dirt. Your fan base. Everybody's like,
I know. Everybody like dirt.
Next thing you know, you're talking about. Well, I don't want to compete with Dealer. I want to step on his toes.
Yeah.
Man, Dealer be having 5,000 damn people on his show. Do it, yeah.
I mean, you might have 5,000 people, but that does not necessarily mean your fan base likes Dealer.
Thank you, buddy. Tell these mother.
That's why I like you, Snow Bunny.
I mean, granted, I might step on your toes and everything, but come on, if you guys are passionate about it and you're up here saying that this is going to be the best show and all this, then do it for your fans
It's all
and
about
show.
baby. We
Listen.
agree, baby.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Dirt just being lazy. That's what it is. That's why he was on the Curtis show.
You didn't already.
On the
You
dot.
didn't already take it.
I'm gonna tell y'all why.
You done already taken the day off.
Hey, can I be honest? I'm gonna tell y'all why. One, I don't really want to stream it because my PC is dog shit, so we can just react to it.
I got you.
Two, my PC and my TV is far away from each other. I can't, because I don't want to watch this shit on my PC. Because like I said, I wanted to watch it in 4K because I'm sure Xbox was showing it in 4K. I want to watch it on my TV.
You have a laptop.
Yeah, but
yeah.
But,
You know what? Didn't work. No, see, you ain't getting away. You ain't getting out of this, FN. You ain't getting out of this. Let Sean stream it. Work with Sean. Let Sean stream it.
Oh yeah, Sean streaming. Yeah. Oh, I do that.
And this is his last reasoning. He doesn't want to be on show live for show dog shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey. No, that's not it. That's not.
No, because if he is live, you will get his God honest of
yeah, you get my truth.
I want to see how mad he'll get.
No, he'll want that on wax. He'll want that on wax.
We will continue to talk about it. Because we'll continue to talk about it because it's gonna be early. It's like 12 noon my time, so that's gonna be pretty. Okay. I think Sean said it's 5:00 p.m. his time, so he'll be up. So yeah, that's what we'll talk about. So hey, yeah, we're about to get out of here though. Devin, you got something going on?
Nothing new, man. No, I'm gonna be playing games, man. You know how we do it.
Okay. So you got something going on, bro?
Nothing special. I'll let you wrap it up and get out of here.
All right. Snow Buddy, baby. What you got going on?
Nothing. Like I said, right now, nothing much. I need to set up a GoFundMe for donations, but it'll be okay.
Okay. So Moss, what you got going on, bro?
Me and the homie, congratulations to homie Project Storm. Please right click on his avatar, join the channel. He got some great content there, 4K, just crazy stuff. He's going to be on my show tomorrow, SSC Podcast. We're going to be talking about connecting a whole bunch of other stuff, so definitely tune in. We might rope in one more person, but more gaming, man, more Last of Us 2, more Monster Boy, more Division 2. Y'all know I'm running through that.
Wait a minute, did you finish Octopath?
I had to put that on the back burner for a little bit. I put that on.
Moss don't finish shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still shocked he was playing it and gave it props and Monster Boy. I'm still shocked he was playing Monster Boy.
Done took my soul. Monster Boy done took my soul. So.
The last game that Moss finished was Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Last but not least, my boy Project Storm, brother. What you got going on, man?
MM4K.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be pumping out a whole lot of 4K content, man. Like, God damn it, I gotta give my Xbox some love, so I'll be doing that, man. Leading up to next generation console launches and stuff, Stadia and all that, man. So everything will just be in crispy 4K. That's about it.
I do have one question for everybody on the panel, though, real quick. Your next highly anticipated game that would be like a dream game that you would wish would come out.
Cyberpunk for me.
No, dream game. It's coming out this year.
So you did say dream, didn't you? You did say dream.
Because there's a bunch of franchises and stuff that are dead that some of us absolutely love.
Rise 2, because I love the first Rise.
Okay.
I know mine. I want to. It's probably still around and maybe could come out, but I want my fucking Titanfall 3. I want my Titanfall 3.
That's possible. Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. For me, it would be a new Star Ocean.
Yeah, for me, it's a tie between Half-Life 3. I know they got the Half-Life Alex, so why not just drop the 3? Surprise everybody, 3, and then The other one would be Eternal Darkness.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard that game was dope. I never got a chance to play that.
I bought a Switch for that.
I got 2 games that I would want. The first one would be Left 4 Dead 3. Cause Valve just said fuck y'all and we're not making games anymore.
Right.
With Steam, and the second one would be Jade Empire 2.
That's a good one.
Dope.
Because that game was great.
Ooh, I still remember that damn name from the game, man.
Yeah.
Man, yep.
Okay, so that was all. I was just curious.
Recore is another one. Raphael, that's another one because I
Recore
love the
too,
first
yeah.
Recore. I love the first Recore, and I thought that game had so much potential. Out of all of Xbox IPs, Recore and State of Decay has the biggest potential to me. Like out of all of the games, but like as far as sequels go, those two have the biggest potential.
Did you just
for
say
me.
Rise?
I said Xbox IP, sir. See.
Oh man.
See how dare you? I say Xbox IP.
Hey, Tsunami,
Recore not Xbox IP.
What kind of
Oh yeah,
PC you
no, they
got,
own
bro?
Recore. I'm sorry.
What kind of graphics
Hey,
card
we
you
can
got
talk about
on
this
your PC?
afterwards. Good. Talk about this afterwards. Good.
2080 Ti with a 3950.
All right, well, then
They never let you in the show, Dirk. You know how
All
that
right,
goes.
so we out of here.
Everyone,
you're
Bye.
streaming the show then.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Peace
All
out,
right.
everybody in the chat.
All right.
Raphael, Joe Hanzo. It's all good to have Joe Hanzo back, man. He was hitting on my channel. I don't know what mod
Why you
did
do
that.
that dirt?
I ain't do that, man. I love Joe Hanzo, man. Mr.
I
Kima,
hit him. God damn.
Sartine 772. Hey, Marulio, hey, man, I lost a little respect for you, man. He said Death Stranding 2. But he actually loved the first one. I think he's the only person I know personally that loved the first one.
Lord Jesus.
The art direction
Yeah,
and all that, man.
that's gonna
End
be a
the
dream.
show.
That's definitely gonna
End
be a
the
dream.
show, Dirk.
I like
Jay,
that.
let me say shout out to Mr. Kima J Subs. J Subs, that's funny. The Stadia Kingdom, Geekhead 188, Shizno Elite. I was about to say Project Storm, Logic Wins. Everybody that showed up today. FC showed up for a sec. What's up, FC? Rain G4, of course. You know, Rain G4, the homie. Anthony Chipmunk, he always show up too. To both podcasts I have. So everybody, if I miss you, I'm sorry, but I'm about to go ahead and click that end broadcast button. Please, I apologize. We out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.